Thing number one is I don't think any character is actually like let's say it was like an actual serious tier list, and I was like, all right, this is how I'm feeling, and this is what the game is. I don't think there's any character that I would say is like niche usage anymore. This patch, one, everyone got some balance adjustments, but the big thing is the system mechanics also affect this balance. The floor of the game got raised. What I used to consider mid-tier is like where the weakest characters of the game is. So basically, you can quite literally, even more than before, pick anyone. That's the good news about this version of the game. The bad news about this version of the game is I actually don't think it's a good version of the game. Really. I think it's really, really violent. You'll see more and more violence as people learn how to do what they're supposed to do. Now, why is that? It's mostly because of the new mechanic, Wild Assault. So there's two new mechanics. And the burst works differently. Reason number one why it's violent is that Gold Burst is not punishable. The good news is that characters who don't have reversal, like meterless reversals, have a strong meterless reversal. The bad news is it's not punishable. It's -2. The old one was already kind of hard to punish, and it was -10. I mean, if you play like a top tier, you punish that for free. But if you don't play a top tier, it could situationally be difficult for you to punish Gold Burst. My training partner, Jonathan Tene, would meme me nonstop for punishing Gold Burst badly, basically since I picked up Baiken, you know? Because I didn't do the optimal punish. It's not even quote-unquote optimal. It is the optimal punish is either sweep or 2k, and I would always hit far slash and I don't get a combo. Now nobody gets a combo. So what does this do? The thing is, Gold Burst is not as game ending as it used to immediately. So there's some characters like HC, Ramlethal, Bridget, Kyle, Faust, benefits a lot. There's a bunch of characters who, since there's no air tech in this game, they have like advantageous bursts. So like they burst you, they get to do something. They Gold Burst you, they get to do something. So the good news about Gold Burst is that this aspect of the game is weaker because you get positive. But when you get positive, you get 200 meter eventually rather than getting 100 meter right away. And you get a defense buff and you get a damage buff on top of that too. And your burst comes back super, like way faster. So even though Gold Burst drains your burst, you get your entire burst right away. Imagine like Happy Chaos bursting you. He's hyper plus. He shoots you. He does a string where he does like guard crush shot, curse, focus, and he already has 50 meter because he gains so much meter. Everyone gains so much meter in positive, so that he just does the stuff from a Gold Burst. So a character whose flaw is supposed to be they don't have defensive option, they have a really powerful one. A lot of people try to use Deflect Shield. I'm probably more forgiving of the new push block mechanic than other top players in NA. Most top players in NA are like, this mechanic is garbage. I don't think it's garbage. I think it's good where applicable, like IBFD and stuff. But truly the biggest buff to defense is actually Gold Burst. Like Gold Burst it's actually insane that it's like this, actually. Big issue number one. What this means is all the stuff you didn't like and were scared of in season 2 happening to you, like the snowball, can happen to you in more ways in this version. So what do I mean? So take like Nago. Nago has, and he's one of the characters that had an infinite block string. He doesn't has an infinite block string in positive, right? But he would have to break the wall with super to get access to this, or he'd have to win RPS at round start. He's good at it though. So he breaks the wall with super. He sets that up and he builds his beater until you get like full risk, whatever. Okay, but that only happens when he breaks the wall with super. And a lot of rounds of Nago, he doesn't break the wall with super, he just kills you. Now he can get it from another situation that will definitely come up with Gold Burst. So he has another one because he doesn't have a DP. He just has reversal super. He can kill you by breaking the wall with super or Wild Assault. He can kill you by Gold Bursting you. It is not a fun situation to be in. Trust me, it's not a fun situation to be in. And again, it's not distributed evenly because not everyone's Gold Burst situation is good. And what I mean is not everyone can act and incite threat from anywhere on the screen immediately, right? Not everyone can do that. Only some characters can do that. So it's still the same thing. Big problem with the game number 2 is Wild Assault. So Wild Assault is an interesting mechanic. Basically, we wish Wild Assault was Drive Impact. Wild Assault is actually a much more violent mechanic than Drive Impact. So there's 3 types of Wild Assaults. There's orange, blue, and white. So while all 3 are good, I would probably put the orange ones as the best, and then under that, the white and blue. So let me explain. The orange one is a 15 frame, so unseeable attack that The normal version drains like, I want to say 10% of your burst. Wild Assault takes 50% of the burst of the person who uses the Wild Assault, right? The person who gets hit or blocks the Wild Assault loses either 10% or 30%, whether or not it's a normal one or a charged one. Having a 15 frame Wild Assault means that there's a lot of characters who have like pokes that normally they can't convert off of very well. So for example, Testament, right? Testament has a very esports forward slash. It's really huge. It's like 12 or 13 frames. It's disjointed. It's massive, right? So with Wild Assault, they can actually combo off it from like max range. The characters that use this mechanic the best, not only do they get combos from like any distance, but they'll be able to wall break as well. So you've seen a lot of like characters soaring across the sky doing like some type of like, honestly the combos look kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie, the combos do look cool, but they put you in a pretty demonic situation depending on what's going on. So if someone breaks the wall, Wild Assault, it's a super knockdown. The vision, I think, is that it gives characters who don't have like resource management a different resource to manage that is really beneficial. But the characters who have the red Wild Assaults, they're mostly, so Testament is a special exception, right? Because they are not good at converting that much. But most of the characters who have them are already good at converting into combos. Like Leo Weifang has one. He was already good at converting. He already converted all this shit. Chipp has one. Chipp was already good at converting. Soul has one. Soul was already good at converting. Ram, who's a character who one of her flaws was she's not good at converting. Now she's good at converting because she fucking has it. A lot of characters have the red one, by the way. A lot of characters have the red one. But it's quite threatening. Now, it is quite threatening. If you take a character like Chipp, one of the scary things about playing Chipp last patch was that they made a change where you could card cancel specials into supers, and Chipp has like basically like Hyakuretsuken, the Kenshiro super. He has like punches super and he breaks the wall from like half screen. So that is all well and good and scary. But now he could do that shit with fucking Wild Assault from pretty far away from the corner and break the wall from like round start position. So it just makes these characters like way more threatening. The next one is white. So only big body characters have white Wild Assault. So you're looking at like Nagore Yuki, Bedman, Potemkin, Goldlewis Dickinson. I think those are the only characters that have the white Wild Assault. White Wild Assault actually is drive impact. Honestly, white Wild Assault is drive impact. If you block it, it's a plus 1 block guard crush, and it's invincible, but not from frame 1. It's I believe I was told it's like frame 9. I will say, is it obnoxious as hell? Yes. Does it help those characters? Also yes. So that one I'm not so salty about, actually. I'm not so salty about white Wild Assault. Then we have blue Wild Assault. Blue Wild Assault is like the setup Wild Assault, so it has aspects of both. So it's not as fast as the orange one, but it has a guard crush, and a lot of setup characters have it. So like Bridget has it, Millia has it, Baiken has it, Zato 1 has it. So a few characters just have it. Blue is like situationally good. It's kind of like if you ever played DBFZ, for characters that are not like Baiken and Millia kind of special on how they use it, but for characters like Bridget or like Zato, you have like this Dragon Ball style mix-up of am I going to do it or not? Because in almost all cases, there should be a small gap when they use the blue Wild Assault. If you let them do it, they get a setup. If you don't let them do it, they use half their burst and you knock them down. So it's kind of like a guessing game. Baiken and Millia are a little special in that Baiken really needs hers for some combos. She gets combos she doesn't normally get. But Baiken and Millia, they use the Wild Assault more after they break the wall. And Millia also has setup specific stuff with Wild Assault. My bad, I almost forgot. They have like a re-jump into Wild Assault and like 6H into Wild Assault. They have some special setups. The main thing is that many characters in the game have the red one, the very easy to hit confirm one, that breaks the wall from many situations and take your burst away. And again, I see the vision, but then you run into problems of like so right now, if you look at the top group, this is probably like the tightest I felt the cast is, interestingly enough. But right now, I'm pretty sure Happy Chaos is the best character in the game. Right now, he already, because he has a blue Wild Assault, he already could combo off everything, so he doesn't need Wild Assault for combos. So now he can choose to he doesn't need to use meter to get it down. So he basically will get a hard knockdown. It should be very rare that he doesn't get a hard knockdown after wall break. And he's able to build meter from a distance, and he's able to get all that burst back. And they changed resource stuff so that he gains resource faster, even though super focus is shorter in this version. I think the game is violent, and in the end, we have the same top characters. At this point, since we're like 3 years into the game, they gotta start breaking kneecaps, bro. They gotta start breaking kneecaps. Some knees need to be broken, okay? It's fine. Break some fucking kneecaps. Nobody's gonna get mad at this point. Just do it. It's fine, you know? It's fine. Normally, I would go through every character. I can kind of talk about characters if you guys want me to. Like, Zato players aren't going to be that happy with me, but like, I feel bad for them. But when I play against random Zatos, I go, oh, thank God they can't do this shit to me anymore. So I feel bad for like the people who worked really hard and got super good with him, because I'm like, man, that kind of sucks for you. But then on the other hand, it's kind of sick that they can't trivially bait my burst off every button, and I have to go in YouTube comments and see. Pro tip, don't read the YouTube comments on your tournament matches. Be a good kid. Don't do that shit. Yeah, they'd be like, oh, why? Oh, he's saving his burst for next round. And I'm like, dude, it's Zato. He literally could bait your burst off every button. I'm like, that's kind of sick. It's kind of sick that they can't just go fly in the air and be like, I'm so good at baiting your anti-air. You know? Just say it. Like, just say it. I don't know. I'm weird. Don't. My stance on Zato is, I'm in a weird spot. But overall, I do think blatantly Zato is the main character that actually gets screwed over by push block. You guys gotta laugh at though. Millia, I think they made her win more. I don't know if that's the way. I kind of think they're scared of Millia being good in this game. But like, you're gonna let Happy Chaos be good and not Millia be good? Like, I truly think her main weakness is her pressure. Her strike throw is not scary, because her throw mix-up is not that good unless she has resources. They keep doing these things that make her win more, like Turbo Fall crossing up in the corner, giving her blue Wild Assault. Like, it's all stuff that implies you hit them already. But for some matchups, that's good. You know what I mean? Like I was telling the stream today that like I'm like mid-key thinking about playing Millia for Axel, because that's a character where I don't have to beat him by making him a block. Really, I could win that by winning, like hitting him. It's like reliable, but I don't know. I don't like that part. Her pressure is safer than before, which is nice. But when I played her, I was like, this basically feels the same, except my wall break situation is better. My exit from pressure is better. Potemkin mostly feels the same to me, but they all seem pretty happy. I feel like he gets access to Gigantor like way more. He doesn't feel that like, you don't play him differently. He doesn't feel that different, but they're happy, so like good. And I mean, when I play against him too, I'm like, oh well, like this thing is slightly different, but I feel like I play against him the same. This is going to be unrelated to characters, but basically, I feel like a lot of characters, even though they got changes, I don't feel a big impact, even though there are people who are happy and people who are not happy. The main characters I feel there's a big impact is characters that got new moves, and I'll go into that later. Testament, like I said, Testament feels the same. The main new threat is the Red Wild Assault, and the new Arbiter knockdown is actually pretty good. Bedman, I started investigating Bedman a lot, and I also kind of think Bedman is just win more. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because I think that character was designed to be that type of snowbally one chance character, but that's a character that I would keep an eye on regardless, because while I think it would be cursed if Bedman was top tier, it would be nice if they just gotta break kneecaps. It's fine, bro. It's fine. He just gotta break some kneecaps. Axel basically feels the same. The 2P change is actually pretty impactful. If you're not a fast character, the 2P character change is really, really annoying. So they just have another lane that they could control, where they don't have to hard commit to like 2H, which is kind of nice. So he's just good at keeping that like wall that he's good at. Johnny feels good. I think he's high tier. He's kind of cringe to play against, but mostly because a lot of people play him and they pick like I know options a lot. It's kind of annoying to play against people who think they know all the time. If you want to know what I mean, ask me later. But I think he's pretty reasonable. No dash block is a huge weakness, and he can't even wave dash like Exert, so he has like good movement and good screen control without it being too overbearing. He feels outright strong, and at the moment it looks like he struggles against zoning and DP characters, but of course I'll give them the time to develop. He's only been out since 20 days, something like that. JackO, I know why they're sad. This is one of the characters that are sad. I know why they're sad. I want to be mean, but I understand why they're sad. Parry seems to be she got a lot of give and take changes, it feels like. The shield change feels like it's give and take because it's less active, but like I guess it's overall worse though. It's less active and it knocks them away, but like I've seen people come up with structures for that already. The big major nerf is the 5k conversions. The one of like the main, because we have two, right? There's Nitro and Adventure. And I heard Adventure just drop JackO over that change, and I was like, wow. Wow. But I mean, can't fault you. If you're dooming, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But she's one of the characters where I heard the players were sad. Goldlewis, I also heard they were kind of sad. When I played against him, he literally felt the same. So I definitely think that's a Goldlewis player thing. But the main nerfs being that I don't know how the Behemoth change affected him. I know they're not happy about Farslash. I usually don't feel bad when a character gets a button slightly nerfed and a button slightly buffed. But I guess for him, because Millia had this a few times. Millia's her launch Farslash was almost broken. If it was the current speed with the old hitbox, it would be really broken. Her Farslash used to be 6 piece when the game came out. That shit was lit. But they took that away and they buffed like 5H. They changed that. They did a bunch of stuff to make people use different stuff. But I can give it to them because 2S, I don't feel like 2S does stuff that 5K or Behemoth or Farslash doesn't do. So, yeah. Anji, outlook seems good on Anji. The new move is really, really good and hard to deal with. You definitely have to plan for it. The loss of heavy counter hit, because we're starting to get to those characters, right? We're starting to get to the characters who had like heavy counter hit, like Rekkas on them. I don't think it's it's a big deal, but everyone lost it, right? But he seems more aggressive and neutral than before. So May low key, I think she's still top tier, probably. I don't think I'm gonna let them downplay. I think I should go back to playing May because I was playing like Baiken, I was playing Millia, I was playing Johnny. I was playing less May. Before the patch, I was playing a ton of May. There's no way to check my match history, but I was playing a ton of May before patch dropped because I was like, real talk, I was like, fuck Happy Chaos. I'll keep it real. It's like, fuck Happy Chaos, fuck Chipp, they need to go down, and I'll pick a villain to do it. So I picked May. So my May is like, I think she's just like reworked. Probably outside of her actual changes, the burst system probably affected her because she was like hyper burst safe. I know she's still like kind of burst safe, but less so because of the blue burst change. Faust, I think, is in a good spot too. The item storage has a interruptible as soon as for all my melee heads, which is really, really strong for him, and it animates the same way. So if you're not playing like a fast character and you had like you were like instant blocking normals and trying to react to item throw, you can't do that. Yay. And he can RPS you off that. I think that helps him out a lot. Obviously over time they'll come up with like setups and stuff with it too, but I think the big thing is that because one of his true big weaknesses for a long time was dash blocking. I agree. I shake your hand, fast players. Even though item characters are cringe, dash blocking is more cringe. More tools to fight dash block is I'm not gonna get mad about that. Baiken, quick summary, because if I talk about Baiken, I'm gonna be here all night. She is slightly better, but everyone else is better. I basically think she's in the same spot as far as relative to the cast. She is better, but you need to be technically sound to access the good new tools. Funny enough, they rated her 5 stars, and she has a ton of character-specific shit now because of the Yozan-sen change. You have to react kind of quickly to use like some of the changes, like the headshot, the clean hit gun. She benefits a lot actually from the new system changes. She probably could have used a red wild assault, but a blue wild assault is honestly fine. But she really benefits from the system changes. I've been grinding a lot because she honestly feels like a new character, a new version of her. And her nerfs are very small. Like the sword super damage nerf, like a lot of characters got super damage nerfs, and she has a clean hit gun. And then parry damage nerf, but a lot of people got reversal damage nerfs. That one I kind of feel every now and then when I play against like high HP characters. When I play against like Bridget and stuff, I don't really feel it. So I think definitely got to glow up. In my old format, in my 4-block format, I would probably give Ino a high chance to win a tournament as opposed to being a bracket runner. The new move is actually like not so crazy as far as pressure. It's about her conversion ability is just off the charts, and she already had a good wall break situation, so now that is even better. And then her neutral is even more RPS now because the new move goes like up and out. So she has like a new angle that she can cover. That stuff is all pretty good. The new move, her new move is one of the best new moves, I want to say. As far as if I was going to quickly rank the new moves, I would say Ino and Anji and Ram have the best new moves, I want to say. Jill's new move is pretty good. Pretty good, but after she hits you, I want to say. Oh, Faust's new move is very good. And then May's new move is fine. It's not like crazy. May probably has the most tame new move. All the other new moves are really good. Bridget feels the same, but I heard Bridget player is dooming and I don't know why, and I'm asking you. That's why I got on Bridget. She basically feels the same to me, but they're not happy, or at least I've heard Bridget players be unhappy with this version, and I don't really know why. So I kind of want to know why, because I don't talk to Bridget players like that. Or if it's just scooter mix, then like, I don't know, hold that, bro. Like, hold that, homie. You got blue wild assault. You still got 2K2D. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. If there's other stuff, then by all means. Okay. Kyle feels strong. Far slash is crazy. It's now one of the best far slashes in the game. 5H is a button they actually use in neutral. 2S, I don't know if it needed to be slower. And then I know that stun edge and charge stun edge got changed, but I don't know how it actually affects his gameplay. I've played against Kyle a lot this version, but I feel no difference from stun edge and charge stun edge. So I actually need to ask a Kai player about that. Right now, they're flailing. They're slamming on that far slash right now. It's very, very, very good button. He plays mid-range very well, equally well to Sin. So Sin is the, and again, this could be its own video. This could honestly be its own video. Sin is a character that North America is very high on right now. Japan's been talking about this character too a little bit. So they buffed a few things from Sin. They buffed far slash. They buffed stamina usage. So like doing like special move into car cancel doesn't use an extra bar of stamina. I believe he has a red wild assault. I think Tyrant Rave didn't get a damage reduction. Elk Hunt is faster. 5H attack level up. So right now his conversion ability is very, very good. He's able to break the wall from basically anywhere off everything. He plays in a really good range. He plays around like 4 character lengths away. He has a jump scare low that he can guard crush off of. He's got beak driver at that range, and he can, not as good as his father, but mildly flail on like buttons like far slash and stuff. So people and he's had like mix always, right? He's got like hoof stomp that beats throws, and it's a 21 frame overhead. He's got like the plus, I want to say 4 on block 6K. So I mean, they're out here right now, and people don't know the matchup very well because he was not a good character. So he wasn't a common character last patch. He wasn't very common. So the combination of those, and people are very, very, very high on Sin right now, and most people are saying he is the most improved character in this version is Sin Kisuke. Then Geo, so the main Geo change is like she doesn't hard knockdown off everything anymore, but they gave her a new special. So like her knockdown is still like really good. I do think it's a slight down that she can't safe jump off everything. But the new move, like for example, if you do the command step, it's called Chave, I think. You do the command step into Spiral Arrow, it's like a plus 20 guard crush. So it's like Potemkin is there, but then you also have fast Potemkin, you know, but she doesn't have a command grab, blah blah blah. I think she's basically the same. I think her damage might be even or slightly higher than before. I don't know. She's a character that's kind of not being talked about right now. But she's represented in every region though, so I want to see how she does. And then Asuka's not changed, but there were whispers of him being top tier last patch. More people have been digging into him. You know, he's been out since May. And there are Asuka hunters. I do think it's a hard matchup to learn how to play. So for people who say quickly that he's secret top tier, it's kind of like the Zato thing or the JackO thing. People are like, this character's secret top tier because I get bodied by them because I haven't labbed it. Pain. But also there's a lot of those type of characters in this game, so I do understand the frustration of dealing with that stuff for sure. Then the goats. So Leo is still out here. They buffed Turbulence, if I'm saying this correctly, and now he gets better mix off Turbulence, and he has a red Wild Assault too, so he can convert a lot of stuff. They nerfed HDP, which is nice though. That's probably like his main nerf is the HDP nerf. Chipp, still esports speed, still has a super safe pressure, still builds more meter than you, can break the wall even more now, and for more spots. I have not really seen the JD. No, that's a lie. I have seen the JD change be used. I don't know what for what. I've seen way more Chipp players using K Alpha, Air K Alpha, and neutral. It only takes a little while to learn how to deal with. So I heard the other thing about it is that it makes combos more stable, which I mean, that's always nice. Okay. Soul, I'm not trying to hear it from Soul players this patch, I think. But I think most of them are saying Soul is up. Soul is pretty strong. The 2K change is good offensively and defensively. The Far Slash change is obviously a good offense change. He has a red Wild Assault. Even though his HDP got nerfed, he still has like some of the GOAT defense of the game. You know, mad HP, 3-frame button, 4-frame button, and a DP. So he's got everything he needs. Bandit is still really good, like a character defining move. Fafnir, I want to say, is a little worse. I might be trolling, and I might need more time. I want to say Fafnir is a little bit worse. Like, it's a good poke, I guess, but I think on block is not as good, but you can still do BRC stuff with it, so I think it's fine. The rest of the characters, they're just Eternals. HC, I mean, just wait for Majors, man. Yeah, just all I have to say about HC is just wait for Majors. The HC Ram, I mean, okay, actually, we should talk about all three. Nago has no business having a Rekka instant overhead and instant low. He has no business having that. Ram does not need a button to make up for when she doesn't have S-Sword. She did not need that. She was not struggling. Okay? She was not struggling. How is she struggling? Okay? Someone tell me. How? She loses to Nago? Oh no, everyone loses to Nago. HC has no business. Just Arxis. Just break ankles. Break them. Just break the ankles. You have to stop. Stop making characters like Rachel Alucard. Stop. Just stop. Make them bad. Okay, don't make them bad, but make them like, come on, man. You took, come on, man. Just do it. You already did it before, too. You did it before. You made Rachel bad once. Just make him bad. It's fine. It's fine. No one's gonna be sad. Who's gonna be sad about that at this point? He's been out since season 1, and he still has that goddamn RNG shot. Like, just take that shit out the game, man. If I'm cursed, it's fine. Alright, it's fine. Just take it out. Come on, man. Okay? Alright, any questions? Okay. Any questions?